Worst number 1. Porsche 911 996 Carrera 2000 to 2005. You see a 996 and think it's a steal. It looks like a 911, half the price of a 997. But that price gap exists for one reason, and a pretty deliberate one too. German mechanics call it the scariest 3 letters you'll hear, IMS. Your engine relies on an intermediate shaft bearing that sinks the timing smooth as a whistle. However, here's the problem that scares the mechanics. When that bearing wears down, it can fail without any sign of warning. Porsche Mania puts your failure odds near 10%. You might think 10% sounds like decent odds. It isn't. Not when the bill hits $20,000. When it fails, metal debris tears through your entire engine. You won't get a rough idle first. You won't get a warning light either. Your oil pressure can drop to 0 on the highway. That's not a repair anymore. That, my friend, is going to create a hole in your pocket. You're looking at $15,000 to $20,000, more than the car's worth. Think your engine sounds healthy? That tells you nothing about your bearing. And a clean vibration test won't save you either. Your only real defense is a preventive retrofit before failure hits. Shops like Matronics in Fort Lauderdale charge $2,500 to $4,000 for it. That retrofit removes your risk for good, but only if you do it first. Buy a 996 without retrofit proof, and you're gambling blind. It might run another 100,000 miles for you, or it might strand you next week instead. German mechanics agree. Never skip this retrofit, and never take a seller's word for it. Worst number 2. Porsche Cayenne 5.8 2003 to 2006. You bought your first Cayenne 5.8 for the speed. Nobody warned you about the coolant pipes underneath. 2 plastic pipes sit beneath your intake manifold right now. Heat cycling makes them brittle within just a few years. They won't leak slowly, and they won't warn you first. They crack fast, hidden where you'll never see them. RepairPal lists this as one of Cayenne's most common complaints. You might think losing coolant is a minor annoyance. It isn't. Starved of cooling, your V8 suffers bore scoring instead. That's permanent damage carved straight into your cylinder walls. A full engine replacement after that can exceed $20,000. Foreign Automotive, a Kitchener-Waterloo Porsche shop, sees this failure constantly. Their techs warn that ignoring early signs turns $2,500 into $15,000. That's not an exaggeration, it's the everyday repair order. Even reaching the pipes costs you before parts factor in. The pipes themselves run under $200 in parts, but reaching them takes 6 to 8 hours of labor. That turns your cheap part into a $2,000 to $4,000 bill. And that's before any bore scoring is started. Porsche eventually built an aluminum kit to fix this permanently. Shops like Fifth Gear recommend the swap on every V8. That's the German mechanic standard. Fix it before it fails you. Skip it, and you're driving on borrowed time. Every mile just brings your failure a little closer. Waiting around for the leak to show up costs you more. Worst number 3. Porsche Panamera 970 2010 to 2016. You wanted a 911 that could seat 4 people. Porsche gave you comfort, speed, and a wired-up nightmare. Your Panamera packs more control modules than any prior sedan. More modules simply mean more parts waiting to fail you. Start with your optional air suspension system. Struts leak, compressors burn out, corners sag overnight on you. 1.6 speed. Online owner watched his compressor die within 100 miles. Weeks later, his front shocks failed too. Same car. You're looking at $1,500 per strut, and they rarely fail alone. Electrical problems stack right on top of your suspension issues. Your parking brake can lock mid-drive with no clear cause. Battery drain from dozens of idle modules will hit you too. Park it for a few weeks, and it might not start. The worst defect hides in your AC blower control module. Water can seep in, creating a real fire risk. You might think that's rare, an edge case only. It mainly hits your 2010 to 2016 model before later fixes arrived. Porsche did recall 2017 to 2018 anti-roll bar links under campaign AJ06. Confirm that recall work was actually completed on yours. Staying ahead of failure here means constant, proactive maintenance from you. Battery tenders, prompt suspension repairs, a trusted independent shop on call. Even then, your ownership costs stay high for the car's life. Unless you've got deep pockets. This generation Panamera is a hard pass. German mechanics won't recommend it without a full inspection first. Skip that step, and the surprises will find you later. So that's the bad news. Now, let's talk about the good news. These next 4 Porsches won't do that to you. They'll make you glad you bought one. See, that's your warning list. Now for the good stuff. These next 4 Porsches won't drain your wallet. They'll make you a believer. Best number 1, Porsche 911 993, 1995 to 1998. Sounds too old? But it's still quite a deal in 2026. The 993 gives you the iconic 911 feel. It's the last air-cooled 911 Porsche ever made. No water pump, no plastic hoses to crack open. Just a simple, tough, flat-6 engine. In Germany, old-school mechanics still swear by it. They call it a forever car, built to outlive its owner. Shops near Zuffenhausen, right by Porsche's own factory, still stock parts for this engine. That's the same town where Porsche builds cars today. When the home factory backs a car this hard, that means something real. Parts are easy to find and cheap to fix. That's rare for a car this old. A well-kept 993 can hit 200,000 miles with ease. You just need oil changes and valve checks. Skip the fancy stuff. This engine doesn't ask for much. Yes, it has more parts to check than the older 964. The spark plugs double up, and the rear suspension is a bit busy. But German techs don't call that a flaw. They call it give and take. You give it love, it gives you miles. Back home in Germany, this car is treated like gold. It's the last of a dying breed, and everyone knows it. That's why prices keep climbing every single year, in Germany and here. Buying one now, before it climbs more, is smart money. Import one to the US, and you're not just buying a car. You're buying a piece of Porsche history. Your heart will thank you every time you turn the key. Best number 2, Porsche 911 997.2, Carrera 2009 to 2012. Remember the IMS bearing scare? This car ended it for good. In 2009, Porsche swapped in a whole new engine. No shaft, no ticking time bomb inside. German shop techs will tell you straight, this is the fix. They stopped worrying about this generation years ago. Owners push these past 150,000 miles without drama. Just oil, brakes, and the normal wear and tear. Nothing that empties your bank account overnight. In Germany, mechanics call this the sweet spot 911. It's simple enough to fix, modern enough to trust. You still get that classic 911 growl and grip, but you skip the nightmare bills of the older cars. Money-wise, it sits right below the newer 991 models. That gap makes it the smart buy for real fans, not just bargain hunters. Every Porsche Zentrum shop in Germany can service this car in their sleep. That's a decade of parts, tools, and know-how working for you. Resale holds strong too, especially with full-service records. German buyers snap up clean 997.2s the moment they list. That kind of demand doesn't lie about a car's worth. You get daily driver reliability wrapped in true sports car style. Drive it to work Monday, track day Saturday, no sweat. That's not a slogan. That's just how these cars behave. This is the 911 mechanics actually wanting to own themselves. When a mechanic wants the exact car he fixes, that tells you something. That's the highest praise this business hands out to anyone. Best number 3, Porsche Cayman/Boxster 987.2, 2009 to 2012. Everyone wants a 911. Smart buyers look one row over. The Cayman and Boxster share that same flat 6 heart. Starting in 2009, they dropped the risky IMS bearing 2. That one fix removed the scariest word in Porsche talk. What's left is a chassis built almost perfectly balanced. Weight sits dead center, front and back nearly equal. German test drivers on the Nürburgring rave about that balance. Mechanics love it even more, and here's why. This engine sits mid-car, easier to reach, easier to fix. Fewer headaches than squeezing tools around a rear-mounted 911 engine. That means shorter labor times and smaller bills for you. Your wallet feels the difference at every single service visit. The one thing to watch is a small oil seal leak. That's a nuisance, not a nightmare, and cheap to fix. Back in Germany, driving purists chose these over badge chasers for years. They cared more about how a car was handled than its name. That mindset is finally catching on here in the US. Values are creeping up as more buyers wise up too. You get real Porsche thrills for real, Porsche savings. Parts are everywhere, and shops know this platform is cold. Your wallet stays happy, and so does your inner driver. Even Porsche's own home crowd rates this car's handling higher. On a tight track, it simply beats the 911. If you can let go of "it's not a 911, you'll fall hard for this car. Trust the mechanics who work on these every single day. Best number 4, Porsche Cayenne 958.1, 2011 to 2014. Remember the Cayenne's coolant pipe disaster from the first section? Porsche fixed it here. The second-gen Cayenne swapped in tougher heat-proof parts. That one change wiped out the scary engine failures of before. In Germany, this SUV isn't a toy, it's a tool. It hauls groceries, tows boats, and still hits the Autobahn hard. Families use them daily, loaded down, driven hard, year-round. That kind of use is the toughest test there is. And this car passed it, year after year, mile after mile. German mechanics see these come through the shop constantly. They'll tell you straight, this generation earned its trust back. It's not perfect, and no mechanic will tell you it is. Air suspension can still leak over time. Starter motors wear faster with the stop-start fuel saver feature. But those are small bills, not 5-figure engine rebuilds. Compare that to the first Cayenne's coolant nightmare, and it's night and day. Resale stays steady because Germans keep theirs a long time. A car people hold on to is a car worth buying yourself. You get real Porsche power in a body built for real life. Haul the kids, tow the trailer, still feel that Porsche pull under your foot. This is proof Porsche can fix its own mistakes. And when they do, they build something worth trusting fully. Even the toughest German inspectors sign off on this generation now. Buy this one with confidence, not crossed fingers, and drive it like you mean it. You don't have to gamble on a Porsche. You just need to pick the right one. The worst cars share one thing. A single weak spot turns your dream into a money pit. The best cars share the opposite story. Fewer weak spots, real fixes, years of proof from mechanics who know them best. Stick with the models that learn from their own mistakes. Budget for the small stuff early and dodge the big bills later. Do that, and Porsche ownership becomes what it should be. Not a risk, a reward. Pick wrong, and you'll pay for it in your driveway. Pick right, and you'll grin every time you turn the key. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.